What up, Niners fan? It's week number... It doesn't matter which week number it is. You just gotta know we are playing the Carolina Panthers this week, and it's gonna be on and mother-freaking popping. Whew, sorry, I got out of myself there for a second. Get composed here. Listen now. This is a very serious game for the fact of not necessarily our opponent, but for our goals. If we win this game, there are win-wins all over the place coming up for the 49ers. We win this game, we get in the driver's seat for a playoff spot. Because who else is playing? We have Tampa Bay playing the Rams. The Rams lose to Tampa Bay. Bro, we're tied for first come bye week. Of course, we have to beat Cleveland, but we're in a tie. If the Rams so happen to win, Tampa Bay drops down even further and Carolina loses. So the gap between that last playoff spot even widens even further as far as they're concerned. There's still Chicago lurking out there. I'm not exactly sure where they stand, but it's another win-win for us. Now, Seattle's playing the Titans. You know where that's going to go. But again, we're in the driver's seat because we already have that win against Seattle, and who knows what's going to happen week 18 between us and them. So this is a must-win as far as the goals we have for this season. We can get up to 90-something% as far as being in the playoffs if we just get this win against the lowly, and I still say the lowly Carolina Panthers. Now, what's my perspective for the Carolina Panthers? Well, I know this team very well. I've seen just about every Carolina Panthers game. And do you know when they do well? They do well when they think somebody's about to get either fired or benched. They are most definitely a let's rally behind our guy type team. When adversity is like at its worst and something absolutely has to happen, that's when they'll pull out wins like the one they had against Green Bay. And guess what? That is currently not the case because they've been gassed up all week over praise of them beating the Atlanta Falcons and putting up however many points they put up, 30-something points and 400-something yards on offense. So they've been eating all the clippings. They don't hardly have clippings anymore, but you know what I'm talking about. They've been eating up all the praise all week, drinking their champagne, thinking they shit don't stink. Well, guess what? That kitty litter about to be stinking this week. Gotta scoop it on out, baby. And us as Niners fans should know that very well because that used to be us. We are veterans of that at this point. We have graduated from that. Even our second and third string guys have played multiple games now as starters. We should be well beyond that. And we have a veteran offense. So there's nothing their defense provides that Brock Purdy, even with Brock Purdy, even though I know this would be if Mac Jones is playing in this game, I'd feel even 30 times more confident than I already am. But the fact that Brock's kind of still coming back and trying to figure things out, I'll give Carolina this. They'll probably get a couple sacks on Purdy or whatever. They'll make it a little tougher than the Arizona Cardinals did, that's for sure. But it's not going to make a difference. Listen, my opinion is the 49ers need to go up fast. And once the 49ers get up by 14, 13, 20 maybe, it's over. Carolina's not going to have the firepower to come back. Bryce Young is an easy tackle. That's why we need to blitz him, make him make mistakes. Yes, he's a good quarterback in the sense that if everything is as it should be for him, perfect, then he'll do well. But his win-loss percentage is not great. Even when he throws for, I think, over 200 yards, it's like 4-20 or something like that. Diamador and Lenore, this is a game where you should have a pick or two. As long as our guys get after it. This isn't a Baker Mayfield. But he's not strong. You get an arm on him, you can yank him down. And yes, he will run on you, but he's not going to want to do that too many times because every week he's reaching at his ankles or getting up slow. The focuses for the 49ers will undoubtedly be Rico Dowdle and Ted McMillan. Ted is a beast. Ted is a guy I wish the 49ers had. Rico Dowdle, a guy I wish the 49ers had. He just came up and he is a difference maker for sure. The thing is, we can take away one of those two. And if we take away one of those two, it's over for the other option. I think it's more likely we take away Dowdle, and then we let them dig and dunk to Tet all day if he wants to. But eventually, Bryce will make a mistake. Bryce is going to give you the ball, much like Purdy does. I'm not even going to front. Purdy does the same thing. Bryce won the Heisman, though. He shouldn't be doing that in the NFL, but he does. The difference between the teams are Bryce is their leadership, even though he doesn't really have that stature yet. Brock is a pseudo leader, but our leadership comes from Kittle. It comes from Juice, comes from other guys on the team who have been there before. I don't think there's much of an advantage as far as their offense versus our defense as they would like to think, even though, yes, we gave up a record number of completions last week. It's not going to matter because that was by design. This week's design could be drastically different, and I think it will be. There's going to be a lot of stunting and forcing Bryce Young to throw it quick. And when he starts doing that, gets hurried, it's trouble. Then you got Country Boy out there. I forgot his name already, Mr. Country Boy. He's starting to come on a little bit. He runs a lot of seam routes and he gets lost. And that's a problem we have. When people run them seam routes and the linebackers are looking left and right, and we're gonna have new linebacker play. And hopefully he don't sneak over the top on them. That's their best bet. That's what I'm scared of the most. 17 sneaking past us and getting that sneaky touchdown. With that said, they also have inexperienced linebackers playing this week, being that their starters are hurt. And I don't know what their injury history is this year, but we're veterans of plug and play, and they aren't. So, also, they barely beat the Falcons. We manhandled the Falcons. So, in short, we need to disrespect this team. Not in the sense where we don't respect them, but on the field, we have to let them know that our goal at this point in time, knowing that the Super Bowl is in our house, is more important than any goal that they have. And we are going to show them on the field that we mean business. And we want this playoff spot more than they do, or more than they think that they deserve to. It's bang, bang, Niner gang. And they have to feel it. And like we did 2 years ago, once we beat teams, it's basically the end of the season for them because they know what they have coming up. They have 2 more NFC West, maybe even 3 more NFC West games coming up. And they can basically pack it up for the rest of the season with no hopes of the playoffs. And that's how we want to send them home. So yeah, so my prediction is Carolina 17, maybe 49ers 36. Side note, if y'all haven't checked out Claire Kittle and Christian Juszczyk's Wiped Up, Mic'd Up, yo, that show is hilarious. If you want to see the Niners from a different, whole another perspective, from the Wise perspective, that show is super entertaining. If there was like an Emmy for vlogs, podcast, whatever, I'd give them one because, yo, they're legit. I love their chemistry. I love the kind of behind the scenes they show you. You get into the people behind the players on the team, their wives, their families, etc., what they like to do before games, things like that. Check it out. It's called Wiped Up, Mic'd Up. A new episode out from when they played Arizona this past week. Hopefully we'll have a great episode of us playing Carolina. Carolina's kind of an important game for them because obviously CMC's returning. Yo, they're going to try to give CMC about 4 touchdowns. I know Kyle, bro. Kyle's going to make this a statement game for CMC. He's going to at least get a touchdown, probably 2 or 3 or 4. But anyways, there's a lot of connection between the Panthers and the Wiped Up, Mic'd Up crew. And different points in their lives if you watch some of their episodes. So yeah, it should be a cool episode this week, maybe. We'll see. But anyways, yo, check them out. And yeah, get pounded, Panthers, because it's bang, bang, Niner gang, baby. Let's get it.